Good evening and welcome back. So, today I wanted to add more AI characters here and work on other aspects, but I think I want to go to the other aspects first. And add a bit more functionality to the characters, to their schedule and stuff like that. Why do we have grass in here? It shouldn't be there. It's just wait. Did it ignore those? Probably did. Oh wait. It didn't even save them. Oh yeah, the engine crashed. I remember. Okay, so these are not saved, but the rest should be there. So that's fine. One thing I want to figure out today is how to get the characters to lay down in bed. So, or sit in a chair at a specific time, something like that. So I need to figure this out. Maybe I need to create blueprints for beds, chairs, and stuff like that so that they recognize them as something that they can sit in. I have no idea yet. I'm just jumping in and see if I can figure this out somehow. The first thing is if we go here, the state key is equal to sleeping. So in this state for the character, they are sleeping. So if I want to add some kind of animation or set some values, I need to do that here. So we need task to do that. So let's create a new task. So this one here. And this is is it sleep mode? Let's call it that. So then let's open that in Blueprint Editor. And for this to work, we need to change a few things. Let's close a few things here first. So for instance, we don't need this. These we don't need. It's not needed at the moment. This we need. Control points. Color table I still need to get, even though. Can we import that? Yes, we can. That's nice. So let's save that. Then the first person character we don't need to have open at the moment. This we might need, because we might need to change times. Behavior we need. This we don't need. This. Okay, so it's more clear. So here we need to set another enum state here. So let's add a new variable. Let's call this is sleeping. That's bool. And this is an enum state. Let's compile that. And then we also need a player controller, or the AI controller, and I think we also need to do that in here. Not 100% sure. Now, what we need the animation blueprint. Start with the female animation blueprint and then change that on. This might be the right color. Yeah. So let's start with this one. And here on animation update, on update animation, we are setting is talking, and we need to add 2 more to this. First one is sleeping as well. And then we need one for the other variable I had in there. Let's do wave. And then we need to set those here. So let's take these back a bit. And 50 is sleeping. And do wave. Oh, we also have do pickup. Yeah, we also need that. Yeah. Do wave, but no, not set, but get. Do pickup. Okay, so we need the is sleeping to be set here. Set the wave. Set the backup. And then set those scale values down. Let's compile this. And let's go in here. And here we need to define enum stages. So for the talking, we have placeholder animation here at the moment. And I don't have anything for sleeping or stuff like that, so we need to get the animations for those. So let's see. I should have animations here somewhere. Oh, you have resource gathering stuff or pickup and so. But there also should be sleeping animations. Layout pack, I think it's this one. Animations. Let's get the loop. Have a look at those. Okay, so there's subtle movement here. So let's just line it back. Then we have different variations here. And transitions. Yeah, transitions I'm not sure if I want to. I can put them in somewhere so that it looks better if they transition from one to another, but let's just take the on-site 1, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take those and convert them. So that would be inside 1, 3, 4, 5, Let's retarget those. Okay, why does that not work? Because they did this. Oh, damn it. The problem here is that they provided a copy of the mannequin skeleton with that pack. And I'm not sure if they changed anything on it. I would love to just delete that and then see if the animations still work. Let's just do that. Let's delete that folder. Place is not available. Replace it with my mannequin that I have somewhere. How many? Oh, they all have those in. All the packs that I have here have the mannequin as part of them. And oh, that's awesome. That's awful. I don't like that. I just want to have one mannequin that I can reference. So let's go through the project. The first thing that I saw here was first person. Here we have idle animations, jump, run, and stuff like that, and audio. We don't need any of those. We don't need the weapon, we don't need the projectile, and we don't need the crosshair. So all this here can go. Because this is also a mannequin arms thing that we will never use. So all this can be deleted. Don't think we are referencing it somewhere, so should be no issue. The ramp is referencing that. Okay, I just forced delete. That's not important. Oh, there we go. Now it's closing all of this. Okay. The thing is, I started the project as a first-person project, then I added in the NM starter pack, and all of those came with their separate mannequin. All of the animation packs came with the mannequin version, so it's a complete mess. So the NM starter pack, this is the mannequin that I want. This is the only mannequin that I want to have here, because I think this is set up properly. I can check if I have other starter content here. Blueprints, particles, props. No, okay, there's no mannequin in here, so that should be the only thing. So let's go through these. The female anim set pro doesn't have a mannequin, but they have their own character here that should have the same skeleton. And I think I already changed that or made sure that it's using the same skeleton. So that's okay. Then in here we need to delete this mesh. All these wait, let's delete this. So this is the thing we want. And let's replace that with the before mannequin skeleton from the anim starter pack. That's the one I want. Replace all the references here. Save all those. Okay. Let's delete this. This is used in here, so let's try to find the right one here. That's the right one, and replace references. Same for this. Okay, so this was not referenced, so that's good. And we can delete this folder. Force delete that. Okay. So all the lie down, all the loops here should use the right skeleton now. So I should be able to retarget those. Yes, I can do that now. Okay. Let's take the female base skeleton and retarget it to that. Let's select the right folder. That would be MagicAle. Materials, models, animations. I should put the animations in a separate folder here. Female. Retarget those. Oh, the second one I didn't need, but it's okay. Let's do this again. This time for the male base skeleton. So that we don't need to do that. Again, we just can copy over the references. Makes it easier. And retarget that. Okay. So before we do anything else, let's go through these and see. So character mesh, yeah, this is the same one again. So let's delete the skeleton, replace that with RU4 mannequin. Place references. that. And oh, interesting. Let's delete this as well. This is a T-pose for this character. It's interesting. Let's keep that. No, let's move it somewhere else so that we can delete this folder structure here. Because we don't need those doubled in here, so the character folder, delete. Shouldn't be referenced anymore. Where is that referenced? Let's just force delete that. I can change references later. It broke anything. It shouldn't have. Doesn't look like it. Oh, interesting. We have animations, conversations. That's good. Let's have a look at those. Try to find the skeleton. Choose a new one. Yes. I want the uniform mannequin skeleton. Retarget that. Okay, that's nice. So we can use those. Because at the moment I'm using a placeholder for talking. So let's take this one and retarget this so that we can use that for our talk animation. It was the there's a root motion. Okay, it doesn't matter much because they're not that much. There's not much movement here, so it's okay. So when we have this, you should give this folder a color so I can find it easier. And retarget that. And the rest we don't need at the moment. We can change those later. These are okay, but I think we have another mannequin in here. Yeah. I mean, they're using the right skeleton for this, so we can just delete the mesh here. And point to the other one. the one. Replace references. And this you should also be able to just delete. Yeah. Showcase overview. Yeah, okay, for the maps here. Yeah, we can fix the references there. I need it for some reason. Let's see. Let's see here. Why do we have the open world foliage? Complete character, animation blueprint. Okay. Strange. Let's delete that. Let's do this first. On the advanced fur shade, I have a mannequin. Oh god. Yeah, all this is not needed. Let's delete that. Because that's basically what we have in the Anim starter pack. So then we have resource gathering, epic content, mannequin, character. I'm not sure what the if they need to provide a character and then they provide the mannequin for that, or I'm not quite sure what's happening there, because they should be shouldn't redistribute that much. That's the mannequin skeleton. This one here. Or maybe they need to do that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, if you provide animations, then it needs a skeleton to reference. So yeah, it's kind of an issue because you need the skeleton as a reference for the animations. So that's why they're providing the epic content here. But it's still a bit strange. This should be, yeah, okay. Then we have character, materials, mesh, textures. meshes. Okay, interesting. So let's delete the mannequin here. Mannequin folder. Because we don't need that anymore. And all the animations here should complain about not having a skeleton. Let's see. Yeah. So let's not do that. Let's do that to make sure that we have the right one here. Let's retarget that. I thought there was some kind of pickup. Pickup approach. Pickup stand left. Pickup stand right. Okay, I need to go into these and see which one of these I need later, so that's okay. And then we have the swimming animation set, and here we have the same thing. Let's delete that one, replace it with our select the one from the starter pack. Let's delete this. And I also need to look into the fur shader and see why we have a mannequin in there, because I find that really strange. Save selected. Let's delete that. And delete that folder. Yeah, okay, all these references here could cause issues later, but at the moment it's okay. We'll just complain that there's no mesh. I know, no skeleton selected, and that should work on that. Yeah, and those are also just the standard things. Maybe it's here for the characters so that we have animations, and here we have this skeleton, all that stuff. I think it's here so that the system works, but for a bigger project with different things imported, it's a bit annoying. And here, and delete this folder. Okay. So now this should be only the one in the. This should be the only one here, so that's okay. Let's see. Did change on the skeleton. Strange. So let's save all this. And let's go in our animation blueprint here. And if we go to talk, then we want this one here. And back. I want another state. And this is my sleeping. And if I create a transition here, so if that is true, we go in there. And transition back. If that is false, we go out. And in here, I have these. Oh no, not the second one. Didn't look good. Let's just take those. And 5. And random. Integer. Yeah, because I can only select one, so if we go from here, animation, random sequence pair. Oh, okay, so I don't need to set these up. I just need to set those. So let's see. First one. second one. And the last one. Now we don't need these. Like that. And let's check this. So we are sleeping. Those are playing, and yeah, okay, we have transitions between them. That's good. And we are talking, then this is playing. Okay, good. So, now we need to change something so that we lie down. So we need to add a transition here. So, do I have lie down in here? No, there's no lie down animation. And I've selected all that I've converted. Let's do that. Okay. Lay down pack. And we need this on bed. Okay, there's no rotation on this. So I'm not sure how this will look. And belly. Check that. Let me select all of these. Okay. Why did it not? Yeah, let's retarget this one. Let's see if that works. So in here, once sleeping is true, I want to play the line down, which is not here. So let's save this, close it, and open it up again. So it finds this one. So we go. So if sleeping is true, we just transition into here. So we need to move that transition here. Even though, no, let's do this differently. Let's undo this. Let's connect it here. Let's how do I do that best? Let's first check if this is working. Because I'm not sure if this works. So this would mean that they are sleeping, then they should just play their lie down animation, which they are not doing. Because they are not sleeping? No. Okay, so for some reason they should. So she should be sleeping at that time. Let's double check. So the merchant. No, her morning is at 6. Which means it's at 7. She should be sleeping. Let's check for the Westgate guard. Yeah, let's just wait a moment and see if they are changing animations here. Oh, they are not changing animations because they don't know that they need to do that. Duh. So let's change that. Set sleep mode. Receive execute AI. So in our set sleep mode, we need to set that variable for them. So the control pawn, cast that to our village AI character, and then set is sleeping to true. Otherwise, set it to false. Let's just do that. And then on the behavior tree, we need to call that task. No, that's not good for this. We need to set this to this, otherwise they're getting up, because this is called more than once. So sleep mode is set to true here. I need another task where we change from sleep mode to getting ready mode or something like that, where we set sleep mode to false and then play an animation, and yeah, we play the animation to get out of bed, but we still need to point them in the right direction when they're going to bed. But at the moment I just want to check if they're playing the animation at all. Yep. Okay. She's sleeping on the floor. It's a bit hard there, but at least that's working. I might need to move her home location to the bed here. Oh, I need to make the better blueprint. So, okay, that's working. That's nice. Let's do the same for the male characters and check this on the innkeeper. Oh yeah, I need to do the same again. So on the event graph, we need to copy this. It's easier to just do it like that. And we need to create those variables. And on the anom graph, I need to copy in this part. Not sure if this works like that. Okay, so that kind of works, but this might not work properly. Let's change the references here. And the transitions I need to redo. Okay. That should be, that's it for the male character then. And let's see if we play from here. Okay, so he's already up. So he's not sleeping at that time. Let's check on this guy back here. Okay, so he's also up. Yeah, I was walking out. Okay, so we just need a character that's sleeping so that we can check that. I'm just adding in another guard over here because I need a guard for this gate here to tell us what's wrong with these anyway. So let's add the guard in here. I earlier had the guard for that standing in here, but I don't like that. Let's see, where would I put him? So here we have the merchants that work here. Then we have the smiths and her husband who's a guard. So it could be that guard. Or we do have a guard here. Let's take this guy here. Let's create this guy and then let's go through that process real quick. AI, control points. That's the East Gate guard. So this is home location. Set those. And then set work locations up here. Let's put this here. So that he's walking between those spots. Maybe at something here as well. So that he's walking along the gates a bit. Let's throw this waypoint manager here. Let's take that spot here is the first one. Then he's walking here, here, then over here, and here. Yeah, let's just add one here as well, just to make sure that he's not trampling through here. So there, let's take that one. And let's go here. It's there. Yeah, okay, so he's going in a circle. Okay, so that's set up. That was control point. I need to rename those. Let's do that. Let's rename them. Oh, no, damn it. Okay, so this is the first one. Work location, East Gate, guard 1. We need to create a pass line, and we also need to set up the data here. Let's see. What's our guard here? So 21 is the barmaid. So the Smith is in a relationship. Oh, I haven't set this up here properly. Okay. That doesn't matter that much. I can just set this guy there. Then I will shovel them around slightly, but wanted to do that anyway, so it's okay. So now that is correct, and here we need to set up the right dialogue. And now he needs a pass line. Let's blueprints. Pass line. So you should be able to get to the first point. What issues? Let's put the second point here. So do I want him to go around here? Here. Let's have him go. Let's have him go this way. And then he should be able to get the rest of the way from here. So that they're not trampling over the bushes. I mean, they're not following the splines directly, but they're going to the points. And if those are set up nicely, then it's okay. So these should be in line. Should be okay. From here. Yeah, that should also be okay. Okay, so now we have this pass line. Let's give this a proper name. Eastgate guard. And let's check his schedule. Oh yeah, he's supposed to be in bed at that time. That's good. We can change that later, but at the moment it's fine. So we would see if he is sleeping. Which is all I wanted to test now. And he is. Now there's some issue with his clothing. Ouch. Okay, I need to look into that. That's not good. Looks like the weight painting is set to the pelvis or the root or something like that. For parts of this, and oops, he lost his head. That's definitely not good. Okay. But okay, they are able to lay down and cycle through a few of the animations there. Which is all I wanted for that at the moment. Now I need to go here. So we are setting the sleep mode to true. And getting ready for work. Okay, so here we are ready for bed. So here we would go, he would play the animation to go into bed. But here we would go he would change the state to not change the state, but change the variable is sleeping to false, and then play the animation to get out of bed. And then do other stuff here, but let's create a new task. Get up. From bed. Oh, I forgot something here. I need the finish execute successful. Otherwise it would hang here. I don't want that. So here we do the same again. We cast to villager a character, and then we set the sleeping to false. Then we the other plane animation here, which I'm not sure if we can do that. Play on a montage. No. I would need to create a montage for that, I think, but I can also just set different states. So if we are in here and let's delete this. So if the is sleeping is false, we transition to the get out of bed, and then to the is sleeping. The problem is that no, I can't do it that way because it's might need to do something in here. So if the so here we check if we are is sleeping set, but I need to check something before that, I think. So before we go here, I want this, and I need another variable here. Which makes me think I want to not use variables like that, but create states. And I think I already have a state for that. So, and you know, NPC states, because we have the sleeping state here, And then we have this idle state is getting ready for bed. Ready for bed. I think we can use these. So once we are ready for bed, the moment I'm only using them in here. I don't think I have them exposed to the character or the controller in any way. The very merchant. Okay, that's the thing. With the service set state. Yeah, and then we set this to sleeping. So we don't really need, but it's only something that we have on the blackboard. That's kind of the issue. Yeah, so it's not something on the character, but it's something on the blackboard. But we should be able to get that value. So if we go here, get the blackboard. Get blackboard values enum. And key name. So this is the state AI state key sleeping. That. Yeah, it's called sleeping. And if that is equal to oh. Can we set this to a specific enum? I'm not sure if we have if you have access to those in here. So I'm not sure if this is doing anything. But this is 0, so we can try that. Not that it will do anything. Yeah, okay, we got an error here. So the target needs to be selected, so we get AI controller. No, I think I need to do this differently. I think I need to have an enum here that will get me the state, and then I can just set this, give the state in here. So let's change this to AI state. This would be my PC state. Yeah, change that. It's fine. Make this editable, expose that spawn. And then we can just go here, get that, and check if we are sleeping. And then up here, we can just check if we are talking to the player. Yeah, and then here we need to set the AI state on the character. So wait. Oh, it's not open. So let's open up the character. And basically all the anim states here we can change to 2 different variables. PC state, so we are not only setting this, we also need to update the thing on the character here. So we need to go here, close to villager character. And then here we are setting the AI state to our new state. Okay, this is not the AI state that we want to change. Here we want to change the let's duplicate that, and this is the idle state. So we need to change that. Compile. And do I have a change state for this? No. So I need to change it up here. And in this case, we want to set this to sleeping. This to idle. This to cease player. And this is talking to player. Okay, and from that we can then also control this here. So the need to get the AI state. And the AI idle state. Which means we can get rid of all this here. The do pick up. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's also set this inside the states here at some point. So let's do this. That, do this. And here. Okay, so here we have an issue. Because we we can only check if this is true or not. So let's do it this way. So let's check if this is false for the transition to go out. And check if it's true for the for this. Same for these. Yeah, that should be correct. And the AI state is it's sleeping. Set this to idle and then running around here. So that's good. Here we are in talking mode. This is something that I need to look into a bit more. So if this is idle, and then I need to see what this is set to. So basically, so lay down in bed. So here, if my AI idle state is equal to ready for bed, then I'm going into here. So that's true. Hello. And from here I'm going here. Without a transition, then just going there. Oh, this, yeah. Can change that. Preview asset. Compile this. Will never be taken. Okay, so if this is no, we will always do that. So it's always true. So we go from here to here. And we go in here. If we are still in idle for the state. So if we are still in idle here, and this is true. Oops, sorry about that. Then we go in here. And in here, if the AI state changes to sleeping, then we go here. Because it should change after a moment. So okay, so if this is getting ready for bed, oh no, ready for bed, then, and this is idle, we are lying down. Okay. Yeah, it's a good state to be in. And now I need get out of bed state basically. So let's see. Down pack animations, stand up on bed. Okay, here we have different states, so we need to check which one of these we were, but for the simplicity's sake, I'm just taking this. Just double click and set mannequin. And let's retype that to a female skeleton. Target. And here. Okay, so we need to save this, close it, open it up again so it finds the new one. So now we have this. And from here we go here and the state changes from the AI state changes to idle. Then we want this to happen. And the AI idle state. Not sure if we need to check that. No, I don't think we need to check that. We need to check it here, but no, from this we also just want to go here without any issues. So here, just go over here without issue. So if we're no longer sleeping, then we get up. So that means I might need to remove this in the middle here. Because from the entry, I'm going to idle walk run. But I don't have a condition here or transition here. Okay, so yeah, let's try that. I'm not sure if it's doing anything for us or if it's working properly. Yeah, let's have a look at those here because she should get up soon. So let's check that. So the guard is walking out here. No, we're in her line of sight, so then we can just check. Okay, so that's not good. So if we get close, she's changing to that. I don't want that. So I might need to change my behavior tree here. Yeah, I need to change this so that if we are close and they're sleeping, then I don't want anything to happen. Otherwise, I want them to stop what they are doing. Because I want to watch them sleep. Okay, so we need the state key. Get that as an email. Okay. Okay, we can do this. So we can just check that against sleeping state here. And that's something I also learned today. That you can just type if and it selects the branch. Didn't know that. It's quite interesting. And if this is false. So if we are not in sleeping state, then we are setting cease player and all that stuff. Otherwise, we are sleeping and nothing will disturb us. Okay. Okay. Makes this thing a bit more creepy than it already is, but it's okay. Good. Good. So, what's this down here? Let's comment that. Yes, I want to do that. Even though I can already do that right now. You mean this one here, right? I can do that because it's just a value that I can change here. So this is the rock texture size. That would change this a bit. Yeah, that would be awesome if there was something like that. Yes, that would indeed be awesome. But we're also in unlit mode, so if I change this to lit mode, and have some lighting on that, that would look a bit different. So as soon as the sun is going up, should be a bit nicer. I still need to create texture for the dirt and for the grass and stuff like that. Sure. I think by then the internet died because European laws killed it. I'm not sure, but yeah. Still work on the same game in 5 years. I might, but I don't really want to. Yeah, I think he's still in demo stage. I think he's working really hard on the last demo. Yeah. There you have someone who knows a bit more about it, because he's on a stream and understands him talking Spanish, which I don't. Yeah, I think all the advances in AI and robotics and something like that will not really kill jobs. They will change jobs, I would say. So you would need to do different stuff and learn different things as an artist to tell the AI what it should create, or tell the robot what to build and something like that. So I think it's not really killing jobs, it's just changing them. So it's a lot of relearning to do, but don't think they will lose their job. But I also think it will be something that's happening over a long period of time, so the relearning shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so here we have sleeping characters now. It's good, but the problem is they are sleeping on the floor. How do I get them to sleep here? I mean, the easiest way would be to just plug these above the bed. Oh, do it like that, yeah. That could also be something. Now I just need to, I think I need to create a blueprint for them to recognize this as a sleeping area or something like that. Oh, yeah. Floating inside the building somewhere. Wait. It should be over here. The problem is that she will now stand on the bed while she's sleeping in it. So okay. Thanks, and return the greeting if you see him next time. Yeah, okay. That's that's not good. Problem is now she's stuck on the bed and can't move from there. So yeah, I definitely need to create blueprint for that, so that when they are close to the bed, then they're going into it. Just Karen, do you know if O'Connor's characters AI are sleeping and sitting down and stuff like that? Can't remember. It's been a long time since I watched the stream. I think they are doing stuff like that. Do you know if he created blueprints for each of those interactions? Okay, this is me. Okay, now she's sleeping on the floor again. Even though it looks like she fell out of the bed and got stuck in the wall. That's ouch. um, but if we talk to her, then okay, then she doesn't change her state. So that's something I need to look into. Let's see, what was that? Okay. Yeah, the references are a bit broken. I'm testing here. So that's an issue. I will take a short break. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, let's see. How would we do that? So first we need to change this into a blueprint. Blueprints. Let's put it in the folder. Interactive furniture. And then just call this BP bed. Or BP double bed. A bed double. Bed double. So that we use proper naming conventions here. So we would need a spot to get into the bed. So let's add scene component. Can I copy that? No. Duplicate it. Move that over here. Scene 1, scene 2. Okay, we can't see those, that's not good. So let's add billboard, no, billboard. Let's add a billboard here. Copy that. Paste that here. I'll just add another billboard. So that we can see those a bit better. So these would be the spots where they should stand to get in and out of bed. Hello. Yeah, ask away. I will try to answer it. No guarantee that I know the answer, because there are a lot of things on the engine that I don't know anything about. Okay. So we would need to joints. Don't think I've done many things with joints. Let me check. So if I Go here. No, I mean those are character constraints and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't done anything with joints yet. And as you can see, I haven't done anything with proper physics assets and constraints either. So, sorry, no idea. Maybe someone in chat has an idea how to work with that. But I have no idea at the moment. Sorry, and yeah, no problem. I hope it's no problem. I mean, you could search for documentation. Maybe there's something about joints. And if they affect performance, I'm not sure. Joints. Physics constraints. Yeah, I would start here. Maybe you can find out something on this and then search further. But like I said, I have no idea. I haven't worked with them yet. So maybe here. Not sure. But there should be something that you can find on the internet on that. Yeah, sorry. No, it's no issue. I need to look into that at some point as well. So, searching for that is not a bad thing. Okay, on it. I moved the billboards. It's not what I wanted. And move the scene components. These are the ones we want to use. So I need to check if we are close to a bed. It's ready for bed. So at the moment we are not doing anything here. So I mean the animations we change, but we are not moving into the right location. So we need to create a task for that. Change state. Set state. Get up from bed. Oh yeah, we were in here and changing that. Hello. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. And you? So here I want to do here. So we are getting up from bed. So I want to change the state to idle, maybe. I'm working on an exploration adventure game. And at the moment I'm working on AI actions basically. So if I jump in here, I have this character waking up, and in a moment she should get to work. She's a guard and she's patrolling around here. And that sound in the background was the gate opening here. Yeah, now she's walking towards the gate, and now she's patrolling between that point and 2 points. 2 sides of the gate. Stalker? Yes, I have heard of that. And thank you for the follow. But I never played it. And now she got up from sleeping, and she should start walking towards her workplace in a moment. But at the moment I'm working on the state when they are sleeping and the transition to their kind of idle state before they have to go to work. Because now it's time for her to get to work, and she's walking along a path that I set for her. And she's getting to her workplace. She's a librarian, so she's working in the library in the town hall. Just that. And here we have another guard. And he's walking towards his place of work, which is the other gate. So there's a lot of simulation going on here that doesn't really have anything to do with the game directly, but it's just so that there's life in the village, basically. The game itself is quite simple. You have a quest, which is broken at the moment because I didn't start the game the right way. I just started in the editor. So a few variables are not set properly. And we are also a naked character here, so if I change this, I can show you the game that should start. A second. So now it should start us out here. And this is the time, in-game time at the moment. And then we do a new game. We get a few questions. I still need to change this here. There's a name mentioned that you can change later and completely change the character later. So that's a bit strange. And we basically set a bit of equipment that we start out with. So we start with these 4, and the last one here is something that you can select. Set. I got the set of dice, and I could have gotten a bunch of books. Now we can customize the character, and here we have here we have an issue because the animation blueprint for this character tells her to sleep. which is not good. Okay, I need to look into that and change that. But we can change the size of the character, height, and all that stuff. We can also change other things here, which I still need to hide because it's not. Don't want that in there. We can change the outfit a bit, but let's just start the game. Oh no. Yeah, we have an issue here. So I need to set that. Yeah, kind of. Which is really bad. That shouldn't happen. Let's change that. Okay. So we don't have. Yeah, we just need to set that variable. And on here. And we initialize a lot of stuff here. Wait, do I have AI controller? It's initializing animations or stuff? No, okay. So we need a new variable here. And this is our AI state, which is wrong. So wait, no, in here, on the female event graph, we need to set our AI state to idle. And I think that should fix a lot of issues here. Hopefully, let's see. So in the game, let's click that, set the dice, and yeah, okay. Now she's in idle mode. So that works now. So we can go around here, we can change colors. Even though these seem to be wrong. She's an elf. Should be different colors. My colors here are a bit broken and I need to fix those. But then we can start the game. On the left side we get a bit of information what we kind of tutorial. So right clicking this gives us this information, left clicking we are interacting with it but not really doing anything with this object. But for the door, if I left click that, it opens. If I right click it, I get information about the door. And then it's pickups. And if I want to interact with this door, it's locked. We need a key. And we have small puzzles. For instance, here we are in a dark room, but we just picked up this light crystal. Now we can see something in here and pick up the keys. or the key and the lockpicks under the door, under the table, because I know they are there. I need to put them somewhere else, and they need to be a bit smaller. But now we can open that door. And then in here, we also pick up this. We can talk to this guy. He will tell us what we need to do next. Blah blah blah. And then we say, okay, I find a way. And then you can look around here. See these glowing crystals here. And we see this, and we step on it. And now they are brighter, but if we step down, then it goes up again. So it's a pressure plate. Simple puzzle. We pick up this thing. They stay lit. And then here we have a lever that we can pull. And ooh, a magic circle appeared. And if we talk to this guy, his dialogue changed. And then we can talk a bit more. We can just say, let's get over this, and then step into here and are teleported into the world. And from here on out, it's basically an exploration adventure game. You can walk everywhere, but you can climb basically, or step up to. For instance, we can walk up here, but we can't do on the other side. We do have a quest. We need to find a recipe for a magic kind of ale. And that's the big main quest. That's why the game is called MagicAle. And yeah, we can pick up this thing. And yeah, here we can then talk to other people again. And for instance, this guy here we can talk to. There's supposed to be an animation when we get into the world that we are falling from the sky, hitting the ground hard, but getting up without a scratch. I haven't set that up yet. I need to do that at some point. That's why we get this first line from this guy. But he will give us a bit of information about the world. And if we check our quest again, then the first step is done. We located the Heart Valley. Basically, we played through the tutorial. And then we need to locate the brewery and go on from there. There are other quests you can pick up by talking to characters in the world. And yeah, you can pick up items. You need to solve a few small puzzles here and there, and that's basically the game. There is an older demo version on the Discord that you can test if you want to, but it's from last November and has a few bugs in it still. But you can go to the Discord and just test that out yourself if you want to. Hello. Yeah, and here we can talk to other people. And these gates are connected to the pressure plates. I am in here on the anim graph. I'm scaling a bone. For the body scale, I'm scaling the pelvis bone. And this is a vector, and I'm scaling with that. And this is transform modify bone, and you can select the bone that you want to modify here. And then you need to go from your locomotion state, convert that, and change this. In this case, I have these here set up as well to the breast scale. Only works for the female characters, but I'm not sure if I will give the player the option to change that scale. Because at the moment it's possible, but I'm not sure if I want that in the game. I mean, if we go here, can change those. Problem is, I don't have them set up properly. You still need to figure out what looks good if you change those values here. Stuff like that, so it's... Because this looks like the chest is broken. Oh. So you basically want to recreate Fable. Nice idea. I don't know. You would need to set up if your character doesn't change his appearance a lot, then I would use blend spaces or morphs so that you have the child character, and then in the 3D program where you created that guy, you morph him to an adult character, basically. I don't think you can do that with just scaling that, because the proportions are off then. You would have different proportions for child character comparison to an adult character. So I would go with morphs with that. But then you have the issue that you can't change the clothing in game easily if you want to do that. So if you want to go for a complete RPG where you can change your clothing anytime, that's a lot of work first for that setup, because you need to have the morphs on every piece of clothing you want your character to wear, and you also need to set them up, and that also takes a lot of time. But it's possible, I think. I think morphs are the best way to do something like that. And how you set them up depends on the 3D program you use, or your artist is using if you're not the artist yourself. Can't help you there. But I would go with morphs for something like that. For morphs, it's just a value that you can change on the models. So female base, I think. Do I have morphs on this still? Morph targets? Yeah, I still have these. It's just something that you can change here. So There's a bit of movement. Let's open up the head. There we can see it a bit better. I think I have morph targets on the head, yeah. So eyes closed. So I can, for instance, here I can close the eyes and something like that. And you can set those. This here is the name for the morph, and you can call that in a blueprint. I'm not 100% sure where that would be. Let me check. Let's see, morph. Yeah, we can just set morph target. Set morph target on the head. Then I need to type in the name and the value. And this is how you change that. You need to specify the mesh that you want to change, and then just the name and that stuff. So I might need to look into those myself a bit more, so I'm setting up a few more expressions, something like that. It kind of depends how you create the characters. You can set up morphs as a transition between different things. I'm not sure. I have ZBrush. No idea. I have never worked with ZBrush, but from knowledge of 3ds Max and Blender, you can set you can select one mesh and then select another and morph between those, and or create a morph target or blend space or whatever it's called in the program between those. So you can create a child character, you can create a teen character, you can create an adult character and an old character, and then you can create morph targets between those four. And in the end, you have one big slider where you can change the age all the way from child to old man. No, I'm not doing multiplayer. So I can't help you there because all the game ideas I had so far are single player stuff. I haven't done anything with multiplayer yet. Even though I had a game idea for an exploration adventure puzzle kind of game where you do multiplayer, where you have a small squad and basically something like Dead Space without fighting, but puzzles instead. Where you have co-op game where different characters that have different abilities and you can solve puzzles in different ways and stuff like that. But I haven't created that game yet. So it's just an idea by the moment. And I haven't even finished this one, so it's will be an idea for a long time. Because this game here still takes a lot of time. Yep. I recently just added in modular characters so that I can switch out parts of the mesh at runtime, or create a character creation system or something like that. Okay. Yeah. If you like stuff like that, it wouldn't be my kind of game that I wanted to play, so okay. Yeah, at the moment I'm trying to figure out how to get my characters into bed and out of bed. Oh, okay. Open world survival. Multiplayer open world survival? Or single player? Multiplayer, okay. So you don't need to make sure that there's a story about it. Just can throw the character in the world. But it's still a big project. Oh, okay. Prehistoric. Okay. So, Far Cry Primal multiplayer. Kind of. Sounds interesting. Yeah, you would need to create realistic animations for your animals, then that's a big task. Are you working on it alone? Or do you have a team behind you? Okay, then you need a lot of time. I've been working on this game for about 3 years by now. Almost 3 years by now. I started in February 2016. And I've been working on it almost 500 work days. So, and work days between 4 to 6 hours or something like that. You know, in the last few months it was only 3 hours or so per day, 2 or 3 hours per day. But before that, I worked for 8 hours, 9 hours sometimes. Yep, that's a lot, and I haven't even scratched the surface. And I mean, let me show you the world. So this is just a small chunk. So if I go here and load all this. This is the game world. And it's 4 by 4 kilometers, so 16 square kilometers. Creating this landscape, few weeks, 1 or 2 weeks or so. Not quite sure how long it took. But I started the project in Unity, and in Unity I had a plugin that helped me kind of stamp out the landscape with predefined height maps. So I basically the lake, the river, this mountain here, most of these mountains are just stitched together height maps that I was repeating all over the place. And then I imported it, exported the height map from that, and imported it into Unreal. Then I switched over to Unreal in October 2016. And I have to tell you, don't do that. Don't switch engines. You lose so much time that way. Nope. Don't do that. But I started in Unity, and at the time when I was working in Unity, there were a few plugins that you could buy that helped build the game, but Unity relied a bit too much on the asset store. So to get functionality that I get for free in Unreal, I needed to buy plugins. And I bought one or two of them, but then I noticed I need to buy 5 more. And I was thinking, do I do that? Or do I get help on the project and do something else with it? And then someone told me, hey, I can help you. But I'm working in Unreal and not in Unity. And then I was looking at Unreal. I had worked with the Unreal Engine 3, the free version, the UDK that came out years ago. And I liked the material editor in it. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe I can look into that and check out Unreal. And then I converted the progress that I had from the prototype that I built in Unity. In about 2 months or so, I converted all that over. And all the data that I had, the dialogue and character data and all that stuff, I could just copy over. But I needed to recreate a lot of the mechanics and stuff like that, and that took me about 2 months. So I effectively lost 2 months of work time with the Switch. And then I reworked the mechanics a lot after that. So yeah, don't do that. That's the takeaway from that. Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's set this to unlit again because I want to see something in here. Let's also make this slower. Okay, so how do I tell you to get into the bed? So I would need to let's see. Can I? So I have these patrol points here. If I just set one here, so I want this to point in that direction. Let's put the home location somewhere else. So if I have this here, no, let's do something else. So I need a task for that. So this is the getting out of bed here. Get up from bed. So I need to set my state to getting ready for work. Here I'm changing the state. So we are ready for work. So is there something missing here? Ready for work, at work, ready for bed. Oh, getting ready for bed. Here we are. Yeah, here I can add that. So if we are at the home location, then I want to move to the home location. So that's correct. But after that, then we are changing that we are ready for bed. So in here, I need to add something. So here we need to add another task. Get into bed. Get into bed. So and in this task, I'm overwriting the receive execute AI. And for the control pawn, casting that to our village AI character. And we also want to check if there's a bed nearby. So here, so I need I need another thing on the blackboard here. I need another key. So I need... Oh no, I don't need that. I can just set the active waypoint to that location on the bed. So here we would call that get into bed task. And then let's see what I set up here. So if we are ready for bed, but we are still in idle state, then we want to go there. So I need to add a variable here. Because I don't just want to check that, I also want to check if we are close to a bed. So on the village AI character, we need another thing here. So I'm just reusing these. So is close to bed. Because we are not using them somewhere else, right? Let's just double check. End dialog. Oh wait, we used those. No, let's not do that. Let's not do the is talking, because the is talking is something that we use in the dialog system. Let's do the do wave. I don't think I'm using that somewhere. Let's double check. Find references. No reference found. Come on. So is close to that. Let's rename this one. And then grab that in here on the event graph. Get that. And then promote that to a variable. Okay, and here I also need to check that. But first, let's get our actors of class. That would be BP bet. Double. I need to change that name to just BP bet so that we can change the if it's a double bet or if it's single bet or something like that on the blueprint. And here for each of these. Get actor location. Do that first here. And then get the actor location here as well. Get points distance to segment. Segment is that. Line origin, line direction. No, not. I'll take this. Oh, damn it. More stuff. So how do I get the distance between two vector locations? Damn it. Oh. I just saw that I'm already over time. Yeah, I need to look that up because it's probably quite easy, but I'm too tired for that at the moment and can't figure it out how to get the distance between two locations. And there's no distance thing here that I know of. distance. Oh wait, I can do this. This might work. Get distance too. So I don't need to do that myself. Aha. So, so if this is smaller or equal to something that we set here, so I need to promote to variable, be the bed distance, not sure. Or the yeah, it's branching. So if that is in the appropriate distance, then we want to get that object. So we want to promote that to a variable. That would be the closest bed. And then how to break out of this. So now that we have determined the closest bed, we can do other stuff with it. And I think I will stop here for today and continue working on this tomorrow. So I should be back tomorrow, normal time, and yeah, continue figuring out the getting in and out of bed situation here. So see you then. Bye bye. Oh, and by the way, on Friday I will do a longer stream and also maybe do giveaways because it's my 500th day working on this project. So, but I will tweet out something about that as well. So, but first, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.